Hello, you're watching Afghan News with Mohsen Jamal. Barack Obama, the U.S. president, is to announce his administration's plans for the scope and speed of an initial troop withdrawal from Afghanistan. Obama will outline details in a televised address at 1 GMT on Thursday. The president has reportedly been considering several options, all of which deal specifically with the 30,000 surge troops dispatched to Afghanistan last year. One proposal endorsed by generals at the Pentagon would remove 5,000 of those troops this summer, with another 5,000 to be withdrawn in 6 months. The remainder would stay in Afghanistan until late 2012. A second option would withdraw 15,000 troops this year, while a third would simply set an end point, requiring the surge troops to be removed by December 2012, but allowing military commanders to decide the path of the withdrawal. The United States Defense Secretary Robert Gates says President Barack Obama will have to incorporate domestic concerns about the war in Afghanistan into his decision on drawing down American troops here. Gates said Tuesday the war's unpopularity among the American people and Congress must play a significant role in the president's thinking, adding that conditions on the ground cannot be the only calculus for this or any other major national security decision. Gates, who is leaving the job after 4 years, was speaking at a news conference at the U.S. State Department shortly before going to the White House with Secretary of State Hillary Clinton for a meeting on Afghan strategy. Obama is expected to announce his decision on troop withdrawals on Thursday morning. 6 Afghan police officers were killed Wednesday when armed militants attacked their checkpoint in the central province of Ghazni, sparking gun battles, a security official said. The attack started at around 7 a.m. and 6 police officers were killed during a gunfight with the attackers, Said Amir Shah, the head of intelligence agency in Ghazni province, said. But the spokesman for the Ghazni governor, Maruf Ayyubi, said that a suicide attacker detonated his laden-based explosives at a police checkpoint in the Qarabagh district of Ghazni province early on Wednesday and killed 6 policemen. Meanwhile, Zabihullah Mujahid, a Taliban spokesman, claimed responsibility for the attack, saying that 10 policemen have been killed in the attack. 16 people, all civilians, were killed as a passenger bus turned turtle in Herat province, an official said Wednesday. Abdul Zahir Said Zada, head of provincial council, said that the tragic traffic accident occurred in Farsi district late on Tuesday night when a passenger bus turned turtle. As a result, all 16 travelers, including 8 women and 6 children, were killed. He blamed the reckless driving for the incident, saying carelessness of the driver had claimed the lives of innocent 16 commuters. However, he did not say if the driver has survived the accident. British senior army figures on Wednesday warned David Cameron, the British Prime Minister, not to fall into the trap of a hasty Afghan troop drawdown a day after the Premier scolded the military for claiming it was overstretched. Head of the British Army General Peter Wall cast doubt on Prime Minister Cameron's 2015 deadline for the withdrawal of combat troops during an interview to be aired Wednesday. Meanwhile, former Army Chief Richard Dannett urged Cameron not to be tempted to accelerate the withdrawal by U.S. President Barack Obama's expected announcement that 10,000 U.S. soldiers are to be brought home. Cameron reacted testily on Tuesday to an Air Force chief's claims that fighting in Afghanistan and Libya was demoralizing personnel, saying the army could continue its Libya operations for as long as is necessary. The 192-nation UN General Assembly on Tuesday unanimously approved a second 5-year term for Secretary General Ban Ki-moon beginning January 1st, 2012. The former South Korean foreign minister, who took over from his predecessor Kofi Annan in January 2007, was re-elected to the world but stopped job through applause without a vote. Tuesday's decision follows a recommendation last week by members of the Security Council that Mr. Ban be reappointed. He has been in office since January 2007. Ban declared his candidacy 2 weeks ago and was given the UN Security Council's formal backing on Friday. The United States Senate voted unanimously on Tuesday to confirm outgoing Central Intelligence Agency Chief Leon Panetta as the newest Secretary of Defense, replacing the retiring Robert Gates. Panetta, 72, who has held a variety of senior posts in Washington dating back decades, was nominated by President Barack Obama to head the Pentagon. Panetta is expected to start his new job on July 1st. The rare 100-0 vote followed a debate that saw praise for Panetta and anxiety about the challenges he will face to push defense budgets lower and oversee the start of the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan. The troop pullout is due to begin next month, and Obama is expected to present a blueprint for it in a prime-time speech to Americans on Wednesday. Forces loyal to Muammar Gaddafi have fired rockets into rebel-held Misrata in the first artillery attack, targeting the center of the city in several weeks. Although no one was reported injured, the attack prompted concern among residents who had believed the siege on their city was broken after rebels drove out loyalist forces in mid-May. Fierce fighting has been largely contained in Misrata's far western and eastern edges, where the rebel army is sustaining heavier casualties by the day from the better equipped and better trained government forces. Meanwhile, U.S. defense officials said on Tuesday that a NATO aircraft downed in Libya was a drone helicopter that had earlier lost radar contact with its operators. Syrian security forces have shot dead 7 people after government supporters and opponents clashed in 3 cities, activists say. The reported deaths on Tuesday came as tens of thousands of Syrians demonstrated in support of President Bashar al-Assad in major cities a day after he pledged further reforms in an address to the nation. However, Edward Dejerejian, a former U.S. ambassador to Syria, said he doubted all those rallying were genuine supporters of the president. The demonstrations followed a new general amnesty ordered by the president for all crimes committed in the country up until June 20th. And that Bahrain has sentenced 8 prominent activists to life in prison for plotting a coup during protests that rocked the Sunni-ruled Gulf Island Kingdom earlier this year. The court on Wednesday also sentenced other defendants among 21 suspects on trial to between 2 and 5 years in jail. The Bahrain news agency says the life sentences were issued against prominent Shiite political leader Hassan Mushaima, Abdul Hadi al-Khwaja, Abdul Jalil al-Singas, and 5 others. Ibrahim Sharif, the Sunni leader of the secular leftist group Watt, was sentenced to 5 years. Watt had joined the largest Shiite opposition group Wafaq in calling for reforms to the constitutional monarchy. And that is all for now. Thanks for joining us.